Welcome back to Trading with CJ. Today we're talking about a good old favourite again, CTRM Castor Maritime. We've been giving you the updates on this one now for quite some time, but boy oh boy, this one has been super volatile. But today I'm going to be going through my thoughts on CTRM, what I'm planning on doing in the next coming weeks and months, and some of the latest news around Castor Maritime. Is this stock still a hold, buy, or should you be selling your shares? If you appreciate all these updates, please go ahead and smash a like and subscribe to my channel as well. We also have a Patreon where I put out exclusive videos and live streams, and we have access to a free Discord. Link to that is in the description below as well. So without further ado, let's get into this Castor Maritime. Now, at the time of recording, we currently trade for around about 50 cents per share. Incredibly cheap from where we was just a few months ago. If we look at the 6-month graph here, in February time, mid-February, we was at 173 per share. So from those highs, you can see it's been an absolute downward trend. We're down 69%. That is absolutely huge. 69% from those highs 6 months ago. And on the 1-month graph, even so, we are still down there about 31%. This one has just been falling and falling. Well, why? Well, we've been giving you all the updates on these, and they are constantly acquiring vessel after vessel, which is good in a way. However, how are they acquiring these vessels? Most of which have come through raising of funds, and of course that is diluting other shareholders. Institutional shareholders are getting these shares at cheaper prices. People don't like that. If somebody's buying a share at 70 cents, for example, and it's currently trading for $1, they're getting it at a cheaper price. Guess what's going to happen? People aren't going to like that. They're going to sell out. That's been a big cause of a recent dip. Not to mention, of course, the overall penny stock market and stock market in general being very red over the last couple of months. Now, we've covered all the updates around this one, but I haven't covered the last two, but it's pretty much the same as many of our others, okay? Castor Maritime acquires and announces another vessel, okay? That was on the 16th of April, and again, another one on the 19th of April. And if we go back through this news, they've been acquiring vessel after vessel after vessel, and we had the financial results, which we also spoke about in a previous video. But let's have a look at this last vessel, okay, on April the 19th. I'm sure we'll have another one very soon as well, because that was about a week or so ago. They love to buy ships right now. This vessel has a daily gross chart rate of 114% of the Baltic Panama Index, and with an estimated term of 17 to 21 months. This one is slightly longer than many of the other ones that we've been seeing, and they plan to take this one in the second quarter of this year, subject to satisfactory conditions, okay? But they've been taking all of these on board. The CEO here, okay, Petros, he says, "We are pleased to announce our 11th vessel in 2021 with the addition of another 𝐏𝐚𝐭𝐫𝐞𝐿 dry bulk vessel, our 6th to Castor's fleet. With significant capital on hand, we continue to look for further opportunities to grow our fleet with the addition of high quality tonnage." So we can basically expect many more ships come into the fleet over the next few months. The key word there, okay, this is their 11th vessel in 2021. We're only a few months in. We're almost halfway through now, 2021, but 11 vessels already. If we go back to 2020, they only had 6 in total. At the end of 2020, they had 6 vessels, okay? Now they have 11 alone in 2021. But we'd see Castor will own a fleet of 17 vessels. 17 now. So we've substantially doubled our production line right here, basically. The ships is what's going to make them the money, transporting the goods back and forth. And they have now pretty much over 3x the amount they have from 2020. That's absolutely huge. So hopefully we're going to be expecting lots and lots more revenue coming in for this company, okay? Money, the financials are going to hopefully start improving. Therefore, this company is going to start being worth a lot more than it currently is, and hopefully we're going to see the share price go up on a nice rise. I do want to take you into this article which came out just a few days ago. Castor Maritime might raise more capital to buy ships, crushing CTRM stock. As I've already mentioned, okay, when people are raising money, normally giving shares away at cheaper prices, because that entices new investors on board with big amount of cash. Therefore, we do see the share price drop. But we've already been on a big old drop for CTRM, that's for sure. But you can see they raised 125 million at 65 cents per share on April the 5th. Now at that time, they were trading quite higher, which is what led us to a big drop off. And at the time, it was a drop off about 20% because of that raising. Like I say, people don't like it, okay? Although it is raising money for the company, in the long term, it would be good. This would really affect the short-term investors though. So that's what you have to decide. Are you in this for the long-term, short-term, or are you just not sure at this moment in time? But you can see, at the end of 2020, the company had common stock book value of 39.9 cents per share, and it had 52 million in shareholders' equity with 131 million shares outstanding. Now, that was 131 shares outstanding at the end of 2020. Now that's important to remember, but if we look at the assets here, 145 million in cash and 183 million in vessels, which has substantially gone up. So that's now a total of 328 million. With the liability side just being 48.8 million in debt and total liabilities of 63. So we can see right now the assets massively outweigh the liabilities, which is amazing for a company, but this implies 265 million in net assets. So that's pretty good. 265 million in net assets, current market cap of 477 million. So you could argue maybe at that current market cap is quite overvalued, but the revenue as well is going to hopefully be increasing very soon. This is kind of priced in right now on with this company. But it does say here, since there are now 899.5 million in shares outstanding. Remember what we said, 131 at the end of 2020 and now 899.5. Share dilution has really played a big part in this company, which is why we're seeing this price drop. As long as your company can keep issuing equity at 2 times or more above its book value, which it currently is, the underlying book value will rise. And that is why Castor Maritime will likely keep on issuing more capital to buy more ships. It just so did at 65 cents per share, and when it was at 30 to 31 cents. And even now at 48 cents, this is still above the NAV. So they're probably still going to be raising more capital, which is why this article here claims that potentially we could have that to come in the coming weeks. It kind of says what I agree with here at the end, that a patient investor will wait for a good opportunity and a margin of safety before buying into CTRM stock. And right now, it looks like that price should be no higher than 21 cents per share, or 2/3 of its present NAV per share. Now, personally, I don't think it's going to get 21 cents, but stranger things have happened. If we look back at the share price, we are sitting on a nice green week overall, but one green week compared to about 3 red months for Castor Maritime, or 2 red months for Castor Maritime, you know, it's got a long way to go until it gets back to those levels. So what am I personally doing with CTRM? Well, my strategy has changed. When I first bought into this one, I said this was going to be a short-term hold for me. I wanted to get a 3x. I got the 3x. It went up to about 400%. However, maybe I thought, you know, make this a recovery play instead. I think there are lots of recovery. I saw this company start buying ship after ship. As you saw, 17 vessels now. This is now a recovery play. I do think this is now going to be a slightly longer hold. Okay, we're going to wait until we start seeing all this pick up. Maybe less than a year, I think we could start seeing some really good value in this company. I'm already well and truly in profit on this one, still at its current price. However, I think it's got a long more way to go. Yeah, they might issue more capital, and yeah, this might dilute it. But over time, you know, they're going to have to stop buying ships at some point. Surely. They can't make this 50 ships this year, but who knows? You know, we're already on 11 for this year alone. My strategy now is just to sit on this one, hold. We're in the green myself. If I wasn't in the green, would I buy more? I'll potentially wait for one of these more capital raises, because I think it could drop over the next few weeks just a little bit more. But you never know. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're wrong on that one. Hopefully we're going to see many, many more green days, and hopefully everybody's going to get back to a profit on CTRM. That's just my thoughts on this particular company right now. We'll of course keep you updated with all of the news around Castor Maritime. If you appreciate these updates, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to my channel. We have a free Discord with a CTRM channel, and we have a Patreon where you can get exclusive videos and live streams and lots more as well. Link to that is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and until next time.